Start live streaming my Bible readings, and I'm gonna be. I'll post this live stream over on Sweet Home Heaven, and I'll try to dually upload, but I'm having issues with my internet here. It's really bad. It's getting worse, but the problem is he's got 5 people in this unit sharing one router, a modem. Anyway, so today is, I hope the lighting is okay, but today is Saturday, July the 24th, 2023, and this is Hebrews chapter 11, and I'll read the excerpts as well from my New King James Version Modern Life Study Bible. All right, let's jump into this. And then I may pause and give. Well, maybe I'll read it. The problem if I don't pause and discuss things is that, hey, hi there, cruising is fun anytime. Hey, Slim Twiggy. The problem is if I don't pause from my reading, I forget what I was gonna say. It's bad, guys. My memory is just It is what it is. I'm going to roll with what I got. Gotta do what I gotta do. But, sorry. And every time I get on here, to read my Bible, my throat, I've had 3 surgeries on my throat, so yeah, anyway, it's no big deal. But I was doing a devotional on this channel, Jesus Calling, but I felt like I felt like that needed to stop. I just read my Bible. People can get from it what they want from it, and I'm not here to debate or argue anything. But then I was doing my chapter reading over on Sweet Home Heaven. The goal was, and I need to start uploading those videos to this channel, because I got like over 100 videos. But the goal is, because this was my goal, was to read my Bible all the way through. Hey, Nancy Drew, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you guys stopping in. That's sweet. I appreciate your support. I have began a journey of. I'm going to have to turn this lamp off. It keeps flickering. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, my goal was to read the Bible all the way from the front to the end. And when I started the channel, I was like, well, I'll just pick up where I'm at, and then we'll go back to the beginning, and so I can finish it and have read each chapter and uploaded it. And there for a little while it was, it's great, but I kind of needed to just focus on this channel and just try to upload to the other one. I'm working without a computer. I have a phone, and that's it. And so therefore, it's frustrating because okay, thanks, Slim Twiggy. I do that too. I just let it play in the background. So anyway, let's jump into this. And like I said, this is from a New King James Version Modern Life Study Bible. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 11. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, for by it the elders obtained a good testimony. By faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which are visible. By faith Abel offered to God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, through which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts, and through it he, being dead, still speaks. By faith Enoch was taken away so that he did not see death, and was not found, because God had taken him. For before he was taken he had this testimony, that he pleased God. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. By faith Noah, being divinely warned of things not yet seen, moved with godly fear, prepared an ark for the saving of his household, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the unrighteousness which is according to faith. By faith Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to the place which he would receive as an inheritance. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. By faith he dwelt in the land of promise, as in a foreign country, dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he waited for the city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is God. By faith Sarah herself also received strength to conceive seed, and she bore a child when she was past the age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. Therefore from one man, and him as good as dead, were born as many as the stars of the sky in multitude, innumerable as the sand which is by the seashore. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, were assured of them, embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. For those who say such things declare plainly that they seek a homeland. And truly, if they had called to mind that country from which they had come out, they would have had opportunity to return. But now they desire a better, that is, a heavenly country. Therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God. I'm wondering what my dog is doing in there. But now they desire a better, that is, a heavenly country. Therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. By faith Abraham, when he was tested, offered up Isaac, and he who had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said, in Isaac your seed shall be called, concluding that God was able to raise him up even from the dead, from which he also received him in figurative sense. By faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. By faith Jacob, when he was dying, blessed each of the sons of Joseph, and worshipped, leaning on the top of his staff. By faith Joseph, when he was dying, made mention of the departure of the children of Israel, and gave instructions concerning his bones. By faith Moses, when he was born, was hidden 3 months by his parents, because they saw he was a beautiful child, they were not afraid of the king's command. By faith Moses, when he became of age, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the passing pleasures of sin, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he looked to the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. And by faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he who destroyed the firstborn should touch them. And by faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land, whereas the Egyptians, attempting to do so, were drowned. By faith the walls of Jericho fell down after they were encircled for 7 days. By faith the harlot, Rahab, R-A-H-A-B, did not perish with those who did not believe, when she had received the spies with peace. And what shall I say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and Barak, and Samson and Jephthah, also of David and Samuel and the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, worked righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, became valiant in battle, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead raised to life again. Others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they may obtain a better resurrection. Still others had trial of mockings and scourgings, yes, and of chains and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sown in two, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and mountains, in dens and caves of the earth. And all these, having obtained a good testimony through faith, did not receive the promise, God having provided something better for us, that they should not be made perfect apart from us. Guys, give me a minute. I gotta go get some water. Okay, so this is my first time sitting at my little desk here. I do like this little place because, like I said, y'all seen the sunsets, and you know, it's plenty of space for me and Juliet. I would like to have a kitchen though. I have a kitchenette. I think, hold on guys. Juliet, did you do something? It's okay. I thought she had pooped. She will not poop unless she's got diarrhea. And I mean, if she needs to go outside, she'll keep barking at me. Like she's standing here looking. She's standing there like, what are you doing in here, Mama? Okay, so these are the focus sections of Hebrews 11. The Hall of Faith. Hebrews 11 is what some might call the Bible's Hall of Faith, a tribute to Old Testament saints who obtained a good testimony by exhibiting trust in God's promises. Many are well known, while others go unnamed. This remarkable collection of people recognize without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he who comes to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. The faith of these believers guided them through extreme triumph and hardships. By faith they subdued kingdoms, stopped the mouths of lions, escaped the edge of the sword, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. By faith women received their dead raised to life again. By faith others were tortured and had trial of mockings and scourgings. They were stoned, they were sown into, were tempted, were slain with the sword. So I'm going to stop right there. So if by faith they were tortured and had trial of mockings and scourgings, they were stoned, they were sown into, were tempted, were slain with the sword. If that happened then, I mean, why? We shouldn't think that life down here is always going to be so easy. But what we can take away from life down here is, and I can speak firsthand from this because I literally could write a book. My life, most people would not have been able to handle the things that I've gone through. Now, I will say this. Some of the things I've gone through has been by my own mistakes. Hey, Mischa, thank you. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate this. Guys, y'all are so sweet. I appreciate it. I'm going to do it live stream because apparently that's supposed to help your watch hours. I haven't figured this whole YouTube thing out anyway, but I'm just kind of going with it. But back to what I was saying, I've made my own mistakes, and it's not so much the fact that you make mistakes, but it is how that you handle it, the consequences that come with those mistakes. And you know, God always forgives us, but I will say this: we can't keep just going and, you know. So you can't have the mindset like, I'm going to do this because I know God will forgive me, because that's mocking God. But, you know, we're going through some very difficult times right now in this country. And, you know, it's strange because I almost feel sometimes, because I'm really active on Truth Social, and I feel sometimes as though I went through everything I've gone through to try to encourage people that, yeah, things don't look so great with this country, but God is faithful. And having faith to say, okay, I don't like what I'm going through right now, but I have faith that God's going to bring me out on the other side, and He's going to use this experience for my good. Guys, that doesn't happen overnight. I just want to say that a lot of Christians, baby Christians, they'll start and you know, they see older Christians who have weaned them, who have grown spiritually, but that's taken time. It takes time, not that your salvation changes, your salvation doesn't change, but it takes time to grow spiritually. And, you know, for me, it was on and off. You know, I will say when I'm reading my Bible daily, I can cope. My outlook on life is much better. And I can't stress that enough. And that's why I started like, well, some people may be strapped for time. Reading a chapter, maybe they don't have a Bible. Maybe they can't afford a Bible. Maybe they can't read. I don't know. But me reading it, then they have the opportunity to hear the Word of God being read. And, a chapter a day is pretty good. Okay, let me get back because I am going to finish this today. The faith model by these men and women deserves our praise, and their example is worth following in our lives today. As we look back at their lives, they in turn fill a stadium to watch us run the race of life. Our race is not a solo event. It is a relay in which we have received the handoff from those who have preceded us. It is now our turn to run, and it is. Okay, this deals with Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3. The weight of the world. God made the world and declared it very good. His statement should tell us something about its value and importance. But being very good is a far cry from being divine. God made the universe and its natural systems out of nothing, and no part of creation is self-sustaining as He is. Its continued existence comes from God. This means that 1, people can work only within the bounds of an existing physical reality. Humans are not God and cannot bring things into existence from nothing. They can discover but not determine the nature of the universe. 2, the universe is not God. Some religions teach that the material universe and all that it contains are a form of God, or that every part of creation contains a piece of God, but God is separate and distinct from His creation. 3, the earth is not sacred. Creation is holy in the sense that God created it and therefore owns it. But this planet and its living things are not sacred in and of themselves. And then 4th, the earth is a resource that God has given us to manage. God called His creation very good and placed it under our dominion for His glory and our benefit. We are to prudently tend it, cultivate it, use it, reshape it, and conserve it with the certainty that God holds each of us accountable for how we treat His world. This one deals with Hebrews 11:31, Rahab's fate. The early church must have treasured Rahab as an ancient example of a Gentile whose faith was accepted by God. This Canaanite prostitute of Jericho likely grew up worshiping many gods, but she somehow recognized the uniqueness of Israel's God by offering a safe haven to Israel's spies. Rahab made peace with their God. Rahab is thus a model for how to approach God with faith, that He rewards those who seek Him, and He does. And I will say this about that one scripture. I have been in a place numerous times where I was so low emotionally and mentally speaking, because of something I had gone through, or just life's heartbreaks. And I literally he was the only one I could call out to. But through that, I've learned that listen, I'm all for people praying for other people, because I believe we need to lift each other up in prayer. But and where I got, though, as a person who has grown spiritually, is I felt like God has shown me, you don't need to go to anybody. You just come straight to me. I've got you. Hey, Guru, how are you? I hope everybody's having a great day. It's beautiful here in the Florida Panhandle. Okay, so I got one more little excerpt. See, these are like the excerpts I read from my Bible. If y'all are wondering, if y'all are looking for a good Bible, this is it. Now mine's a little bit worn and tattered, but I've bought quite a few of these Bibles and given them to people. And in fact, if you don't have a good Bible, just tell me. Let me see what I can do. I don't have a lot of money, but I tell you what, if you need one, and I'll be happy to look into getting you one and mailing it to you. Sometimes I can't do it just right then, but just let me know, and if I can, I will. I will eventually. I'm not saying I will eventually. Just, I may not always do it right then because I may not have the funds. Anyway, okay, so this scripture deals with Hebrews 11, verse 35, the dead raised to life. Women who received their dead raised to life again experienced God's deliverance when it was least expected. Two strikingly similar Old Testament incidents record the prophet Elijah raising the son of a widow, Zarephath, and Elijah's successor, Elisha, raising the son of a Shunammite woman. In the New Testament, Mary and Martha miraculously received back their brother Lazarus from the dead. Okay, so that's the end of Hebrews chapter 11. If you guys are interested in hearing any means, I like a warm body. Yes, Guru, exactly. Yeah, mine's been, it's pretty big. Y'all, there's the watermark on it. That is Hurricane Michael's mark on my Bible. Yeah, that's a whole, I have to share that story with you guys because that is a story in and of itself. It wasn't the hurricane, but it was the aftermath of the people I had to deal with while having episodes of low heart rate and low blood pressure because of the levothyroxine they put me on. I was having an allergic reaction. My heart rate was dropping down in the 20s and my blood pressure was bottoming out to like 60 systolic. So, so after the hurricane, I had to deal with these people. They were just vicious. They thought I was on drugs, but I wasn't on drugs. I was actually, well, that's what happened. Had intentions to leave Panama City and come to my daughter's in Gulf Breeze. And then I had one of those spells. When I have one, I just have to lay down. When I had one, I just had to lay down. There's nothing I could do. I couldn't drive. But anyway, just goes to show you. But last night it just breaks my heart when I see people, really struggling because they're under a spiritual attack. And this is what I will say. When I'm reading my Bible, my outlook and my perspective on life completely changes. It's not anything I'm doing, but it's what Christ is doing within me and what the Holy Spirit does. And you begin to actually change physically. You begin to have a glow. I've made note, like when I've done videos, and then I had a period where a season in my life, I didn't do them anymore. I didn't read my Bible, but I didn't notice this until I started doing videos. But I've noticed that when I come back from a pause period, I notice that like my face just looks really, really, really worn down, blackness under my eyes and stuff like that. And it's the craziest thing. Sometimes I just don't understand it because I know that reading my Bible every day is so important. It's like you wouldn't send a soldier to battle without arming him, right? So when we go out in the world, we can't be effective in helping others, and even if it's shining a light or giving a smile or saying have a blessed day, we can't be effective in doing those things with the glow that only Christ can give us if we don't feed our spirit. And so this is very important to explain to you guys. You can do it, but be careful because, and this was how I've gotten tripped up in life so many times. I've been out there and, it started out with good intentions. I was going to, I'm going to help this person. And the next thing you know, you get wrapped up in this mess and it's either draining you mentally, sometimes physically, and the next thing you know, you're in a state of mind that you're no help to yourself, more or less them. And that's happened to me numerous times in my life. So if we go out there and we read our Bibles, we equip ourselves spiritually. It's not us, remember that, but remember that the Word of God is God. And when we feed that to our spirit, we're able to go out and we're able to, give that smile, or if somebody needs something or whatever, God will provide. Just always remember that it's God doing the work through you. And because a lot of times people get prideful and they take the glory away from God. And when they do that, it's not, the purpose has left. The purpose is we need to be out there bringing people to Christ by Him living through us. We can't fix everybody's problems. And I keep saying that's why I'm not rich, because if I was rich, I'd help everybody I could see. But see, sometimes people need to go through things in life in order to grow. And sometimes pain is not always easy to go through, but I will tell you, sometimes it's necessary. And I can speak for certain regarding that, because, I'm so stubborn. I am so stubborn. Y'all would just know. If I have so many stories of me being so stubborn, it's unbelievable. I'm the worst patient when it comes to my health. I'm horrible. And I was a registered nurse. I should know better. But it's not that. It's that I don't, I hate the doctors. I've just had a lot of medical things wrong with me. I've had some serious, issues. And, I felt like I was going through a hamster wheel in the medical. I've been to Mayo twice. They sent me to Mayo twice. And for twice, you have, you go there. You don't just see one doctor. You go there and they register you, and they give you this, it's like an itinerary. It's so weird. And one day you're going to see this doctor, the next day you're going to see this doctor, and on this day you're getting blood work, and this day you're doing diagnostics, and it's like a whole week of nothing but, doctors' diagnostics and or procedures. I don't know, y'all. I was like, whew, this is crazy. I don't want to do this anymore. And what's even sad is if you go through those stuff and they don't know any more about what was going on with you than when you got there. It's crazy. But anyway, I don't know. I know things are going on right now in our country, and the enemy is trying to divide us. But, I also see young folks, stepping up and calling out the hypocrisy and the tyranny of that our country is, that's taking place within our country. It breaks my heart, but you know what? To a certain degree, we have no ones to blame except ourselves, because we just got complacent and we just said, you know what, this is just the way it is. When I started witnessing things, but weren't quite right after I had the car accident and I had to go on disability, and I was a registered nurse. Anyway, I started experiencing things. My first encounter was I had to apply for government assistance, which is there for a purpose. It means you need help, and that's what it's there for, to help you. But it's not there for you to live off of. But that said, I couldn't even get any benefits from from the food stamp office. I have a 5-year-old daughter. My youngest was 5. No, Slim Twiggy, I didn't schedule my live. I should do that. I probably should. So, yeah, this is the first time I've did my Bible reading, because normally I don't do my Bible readings on a live stream. Normally I do my Bible readings, I just record it and upload the video. And maybe I should do both ways. I don't know. Maybe I should keep Sweet Home Heaven and keep doing it over there. Okay, yes, then you're following, know where you're going. Okay, I'll do that from now on. Appreciate the input. I tried to, this morning, oh y'all, gosh, I'm so horrible. I cannot figure out how to edit videos, which I'm working from my phone. But this morning I was like, I think I'm just going to go and, I think I'm just going to take a class, come the, the fall semester at the college here, I think I'm just going to go take a class, a computer class, because yeah, I'm not very technical uh, savvy, so yeah, and trying to get your kids, your grown kids, to help you, that's like going through an act of Congress, right? But you know what, guys, I am actually so excited that I love this YouTube group. It gets getting used to, and to edit, you can find free app for editing. Okay, do you recommend a free app? Which app do you recommend, Slim Twiggy? Because I have no clue. One friend told me, and I downloaded it. Now I can't figure out how to get it off of there. It was Chance, Chanza. Anywho, I don't know. I think maybe I will. I'll probably just upload this video to Sweet Home Heaven. That's my other channel. And then the other channel I have, and I really don't have much content on it, was MAGA, Make America Godly Again. I just kind of started it because I had that idea like probably about a year and a half ago, whenever this whole situation was taking place within our country. And I was like, you know what, I better start a YouTube channel or somebody else is going to start one. I just thought I was brilliant. I thought that, I was like, oh, wow. Like, but I will tell y'all this, I have one friend that I have his connection for YouTube. Now I have two. Another lady wanted me to do a live stream with her. But I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. So that's the other issue. Sometimes I lose my train of thought right in the middle of it. Anywho, and I asked questions to my friend Shannon, and but he's busy, and I just don't like to bother people too much. But no, I miss Rita's live stream last night because I like to hear her talk. She's just the sweetest, kindest soul. You can just tell, and those kind of people I'm drawn to. Which I've met a bunch of you guys. Slim Twiggy, I love your dogs. They're so cute, and I love your backyard too. But yeah, we all got things going on in our life, and I wish I could, if I could, I'd help everybody in the world, but I can't. And but the other thing is, we have to trust in God, and even like within this country, what's taking place, we have to trust that God is going to do what He said He's going to do. And sometimes when we get in there putting our hands in the midst of it and interfering, it's like we're saying, look, God, I know you said this, but you know what, I'm going to go ahead on my own, and I'm going to fix this. That's not how it goes. But I will say this, I'm not saying that we don't need to take action. You do need to take action, but you also need to seek God in your plans. Because some things He doesn't want you, He may not want you to do, and you get in the middle of it, and you're like, and it's a complete failure. Rita's Roost, yep. I use Clipchamp, but I use my laptop. I know I have to get a laptop. My daughter left my Apple MacBook in the cockpit of the sailboat, and it rained on it, and it ruined it. Yeah, so there's that. So, it is what it is. Okay, yeah, I have my notifications on for you, Slim Twiggy. In fact, I try to make I have my notification on, and I really try to do it with all the smaller channels because we each help each other to grow. But I will tell y'all this though. Back in the beginning of 2021, I didn't really know what. I wasn't very educated in politics. I really wasn't. It's quite embarrassing that I was so ignorant with the things, how our political system work. I mean, how our congressional and our government works. So I got on YouTube and I started watching YouTube videos to try to figure out what was going on. And I started out with like 5 people. And at the time, their channels weren't, well, I take that back. One was. And one was kind of medium. But I started there, but there was one YouTuber that who had his channel wiped, and he's eventually gotten it back, Doug Tenaple in exile. And he said, when if you want to help grassroots YouTubers grow, for one, like, share, and subscribe it. But when I'm listening to a video, not a live chat, but when I'm listening to a video, I will go through the comments and read them and hit like, but also leave a comment. The more you do that, the more that their content gets out there. And I did it in an effort. I didn't have a YouTube channel at the time, but I did it, and he was the one that actually encouraged others to get a YouTube channel. But I did it because I felt like these grassroots channels who were discovering what happened in our 2020 election, that more people needed to see it, and that was just my little contribution. I'd go through and hit like on all the comments. I felt like I was doing something. So just go with it, guys. So here, you want to hear something funny, Slim Twiggy? So people would put share to social media in your own channel. Okay. I do. I just started doing that, actually. But I noticed, like, people would put comments on some of my videos, and they would come with a blue number at the end. And I thought it was the feds. Because at first I didn't recognize, hey, Willie Jilly, thanks for coming in. Yes, it's a beautiful day here in Pensacola, Florida. But yeah, I thought that the number at the end of the the comment, I thought it was the feds. So I was going to get on here and make a video just of that one to tell all you other older folks like me, look, that number at the end, don't panic. Don't panic. It's not the feds. Oh my gosh, some of the things I do, you guys, I'm going to share some of my stuff with y'all. Y'all be like, what? Yeah, I always say God has a sense of humor, because there's no way he doesn't, because of the stuff that I go through. And I'm looking at him like, God, really? I mean... But after it's said and done, it's like quite comical. But some of the stuff, I find myself just busting out laughing in the middle of it. And it's like, just have to watch what you talk about. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. In fact, like I said, a bunch of the other YouTubers, they had their live stream. I mean, they've had their channels wiped. But I would get on these channels. This is going to be so funny. Now, I do have to take medical marijuana every now and then. I have some health issues. I don't have mine now because I need to go do it. I'm in the state of Florida, so yeah, I got to go to the medical doctor. I've got my card. I've got to, reactivate all that. I just need to get busy, and I will. I've got an appointment Tuesday with the doctor. I'm going to get back in the groove of things, and then, everything, I'll line it all up. But, shoot, I was going to tell y'all something. Oh, I would get on these live streams. Y'all, I had the most fun. But it was usually after I had to take a gummy. And you would not believe. Do more videos in your lives for watch hours. Okay. Yeah, I have like over 500 and something videos on one channel. And then I have over 100 over on Sweet Home Heaven. But no, I'd get on these live streams. And, of course, my gummy had kicked in. But I would be so lost. It was going so fast I couldn't keep up, so I'd just start talking to myself. Not the live streams I was recording on other people's live streams. Yeah, you just, in my head, you cannot imagine. But, hey, it is what it is. I love to laugh, because life can just suck sometimes. And sometimes we just need to laugh. We just need to laugh and say, you know what? Encourage one another and say, you know what? It's going to be okay. Sweet Home Heaven. I have 3 channels, Slim Twiggy. I'll put the links into the comments. I got to figure out how to do all that. How do I make you a moderator? Not that I really need one. But I've seen like these channels, like they make everybody a moderator so other people can click on it and subscribe to their channel. So I have Sweet Home Heaven, that's one channel, and then the other channel is MAGA, MAGA, and then dash Make America Godly Again. So yeah, I have 3 channels. I created, like I said, the third one, MAGA, because I figured somebody else would take that name eventually, so I wanted to make it mine. And I guess anybody can still take it. I'm learning. I'm really not. I'm smart when it comes to like books and stuff, but this technology stuff, which I did really well in computers in college, so maybe I just need to take some courses. I'm thinking that's what I need to do. Because I'm getting tired of asking what is it, Juliet? I'm getting tired of asking my kids. Okay, yeah, it makes it hard to subscribe to people when you're not a moderator. Okay, so right now, how do I make it? Let's see. Juliet. I don't know how to make it. Let's see. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. Alrighty. Oh, Lord. Juliet, now that I messed it up, I can't get it back. Yeah, it makes it hard to... Okay, yeah, I got to figure out how to do it. Well, how do I do it? Any of you got any ideas? I don't think... Juliet! Because when I first started this, I was able to do it. But I don't remember how I did it. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, here we go. Did I do it? Okay, so I did you. Oh, okay, cool. So did y'all come up blue? Let's see if I can do Guru too. Juliet. Yeah, I'm not familiar with how this stuff works, and I'm learning, but I appreciate it, guys. I'll make y'all all a moderator. Stop. Let's see, Nancy Drew. It'd help if I put my glasses on. Alright, and then cruising is fun anytime. I'll add her. Juliet. And then Guru. Okay. I got it. So yeah, you just have to click on the person's name. Okay, awesome, y'all. That's Slim Twiggy's YouTube channel or link. You need to be in YouTube Studios. No, I did it. You should be, Nancy Drew, you should be in there as moderator. Okay. I don't know what Juliet's barking about. Gotcha. So yeah, I'm learning a little bit every day. Well, guys, I'm not going to stay on here. Well, I was going to try to stay on here about an hour. What are you barking at? She said, what are you barking at? She got up this morning. I don't know why, but she got up this morning and threw up. Yeah, I had to take her off of regular dog food because she threw up blood twice on me. I was like, that's it. I ain't doing that again. I had to give her Imodium AD. You can give that to dogs. I think she takes 10 cc's. But it's really weird because I follow kind of a bunch of different people, but it's just I see some of these YouTube channels. I'm like, that's awesome. If they can get on here and do simply, just crazy stuff that you wouldn't think, but people watch. But I also feel we don't get out and really. I don't get out and socialize very much, and even though I'm not talking to you guys, like like on the phone or something, but I'm not a on the phone person. Even though I'm not talking to you guys face to face, it does give us the opportunity to kind of get to know each other and help each other out, which is really really good. And if you guys ever have any questions as far as like politically, spiritually, medically, also, I can. Juliet, stop. I was a registered nurse. I worked critical care before my car accident. But yeah, so if y'all have any questions like medical, you just need somebody to help you or give you some advice or direct you. You got issues going on and you just don't know, like you went to the doctor and you don't really know, why he's not doing this or why he's not doing that. Then Nancy, you need to get you a channel started. If you like, I'll be on it. Juliet, no, baby. Let me see what she's barking about. Just a second. No, there's nothing to bark about. No, there's not. Oh, it's okay. Okay, come here. You want to come up here with me? Come on. Come on. Oh, she's a mess. Okay. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Okay. I know. She puts her arm around my neck. She's like, what you doing up here, Mama? What you doing? Okay. Thank you. I got another video. I'm going to post a video for y'all. This dog was completely brown, chocolate. And now she's just got she's got these brown markings. She's getting big too. Say hi. Say hi. Oh. Okay, you want down? No, she wants down. Yeah, she was completely chocolate when I bought her. I have another live stream that I just changed the picture on the front because I didn't like it, and I'll change this one too. I don't like it yet. I just figured out how to do that. But I'm holding her. Y'all, she's completely chocolate. Yeah, she's changed a lot. But it's really weird. Like she turned silver, and now she's got darker brown hair coming back through. It's like her coat is evolving. It's really weird. But no, back to the if you guys ever have any questions, when I'm on a live stream, feel free to ask me. I may have to get back with you if I don't have the answer. But as far as like medical advice and I can kind of direct you in a path that you need to take, and you need to tell your doctor to order this, and this. So I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me during this whole episode with this virus. I was having really really severe pain in my right side of my stomach, and it would radiate down in my right groin and my right pelvic. And they did test. He said that my gallbladder needed to come out. Well, okay, but they wouldn't schedule me for my surgery because. Can you mail me back the house key? Oh, Madison, my daughter just sent me a text saying, "Can you mail me back the house key? They lost theirs." I'll have to talk to her in a minute. Anyway, so my gallbladder needed to come out, and they scheduled the surgery, and the first time it was canceled because my the COVID test, they had to have the COVID test to show I didn't have COVID. It hadn't came back, so we rescheduled it, and then the next time I forgot what happened then, and then the third time I'm in there, already started my IV and everything, and the cardiologist was not comfortable because I had told him, I answered honestly on the questionnaire whenever you come in. Juliet, come here, baby. And I noted I have a heart monitor in my chest, a loop link monitor, because I was trying to figure out what was going on with me, why my heart rate and my blood pressure were bottoming out. So the anesthesiologist, he said, well, I'm not comfortable doing that until you see a cardiologist. So, and I think I put on there also I had a small heart attack, which I did. So I told my surgeon, I was like, this is 3 times. I was like, I'm in pain and it needs to come out. Hey, our treasured home, thanks for dropping in. Let me put you as a moderator. There we go. So anyway, okay, thank you. Oh, I appreciate you too. You guys are so, okay, yeah, I gotta put my glasses on. Yes, Slim Twiggy's got some beautiful dogs, and I love her backyard. I could just hang out in your backyard virtually. Okay, so I told the surgeon, I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this again. And you know what? I need the surgery, and this is how it's gonna go down. I said, come Friday evening. I said, I'm gonna go to the emergency room, and I was like, you know it, so I'll tell them to contact you. You're gonna admit me, and then you're gonna take me to surgery, because I said I'm not gonna keep doing this. I said I need this gallbladder out. You guys, the gallbladder was so bad, it was bleeding. It was that inflamed. So yeah, I know how the medical community works. I know how they can jerk people around. And, and I will say this to you guys, because now I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but just always remember that there has to be one that graduates at the top and one that graduates at the bottom, and then all those in between. And that said, I can tell real quick if a doctor knows his stuff, but and I'm not saying somebody that graduated at the bottom, it cannot be, they can learn as they go, because a lot of times we do learn as we go. The problem is when you have people like myself who have really, really rare things going on with them, and we're that 1% who is not okay. Oh, okay, awesome. Anyway, yeah, I just love this communicating with one another. Everybody's helping one another, and even if I'm busy, I'll try to jump in there and at least give a comment, let it play. I try to let it. I've learned another trick too. If you let the put the video on 2 times, really long video, and you're pressed for time, turn the speed of it up, and you'll go right through it. But now I know that the numbers at the end of comments. But I've been using that little thing because it lets the it lets the YouTuber know that, hey, they watched to the end of the video, and that it is very important. But even with that, if you can't do that, at least go subscribe. Give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But give a thumbs up and leave a comment. And sometimes I'll just say, dropping in to give my thumbs up and a comment. So and I'm sure that's better than nothing. But yeah, back to the medical stuff. I had got to the point, because they were sending me and doing so much to me. My veins, I have scars on my hands and my arms where I have been poked so much. And my veins, they literally were collapsing. I've had 2 PICC lines. But sometimes you need to question the doctor, because I just, and this is the part of insurance I won't, that's a whole nother subject. I'm not going to delve into medical insurance. But some doctors just don't, I don't quite understand. They know the basics, but when it comes to like your autoimmune diseases, which is, I had thyroid cancer, they don't, it's very complex. The endocrine system was very difficult for me in nursing school, but I made it. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes you need to question your doctor, because going through some of these excessive diagnostics and stuff is not good for your body. And I can say that because I've been through it. I should have been glowing. I should have been radioactive. Yeah, they put me through the ringer, and finally I got a doctor, an infectious disease doctor that was really, really smart. And even with him, he said, "You're that one patient." He goes, "I'm stumped." He said, he's the one that sent me to Mayo. But anyway, I'll tell y'all another. So anyway, if you guys have any kind of medical questions, or you just need like, this is going on, what should I do? Or this is what the doctor said, what should I do? I hope that you all are well and you never have to do that. But if you are struggling and you're having some problems, it helps to know from somebody who knows a little bit about how all that works. I hope to God that I don't, I hope I stay, well. I started walking again because I had chest pain the other day, and I was like, yeah, I got to get after it. I've gained a lot of weight since I quit smoking, but I can't use that excuse anymore. But I will tell y'all though, whenever the virus was going on, they was making us wear masks and stuff. So I go to my doctor, and I said, I just had to tell you, I was like, I was going to quit smoking, but it's been proven that nicotine keeps you from getting the virus. He just died laughing. I was like, yeah, you gotta keep. I got some funny medical stories, guys. Some very funny ones. But anywho, yeah, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll try to get back with you guys if I don't have the answer. But yeah, it helps to know someone who's has experience. And then the other issue is, and this is the issue my sister's going through, is you have to be careful with all these medications that they put you on, because yeah, the medication they're putting you on may help you with this area, but it's doing something else to another system. You don't want that. And the other, I am beginning to try to approach everything holistically. And I'm trying, I'm not well versed on, herbs and stuff like that, but I'm learning. And I do believe that God gives us everything we need right on this earth. We just got to figure out what it was. Because in all honesty, Juliet, hey, come here. In all honesty, the medical community, they have literally hijacked, the things that God has created for us and that work, and they don't give us any side effects. Because it's a lot of medications out there, and I had at one time I was taking the little 30 cc medicine cups. I was taking I can't remember if it's 1 in the morning and like 2 at night, full of Tuesday. He's funny too. He always, like, when I come in there, when I come in there, I'm like, I'm gonna talk his ear off, for one, because I'm never around anybody. I'm never around people, so yeah, I can get on here and chat a lot. But yep, that's right, at our treasure home. Well, hi, Rebecca Towns. Thanks for dropping in. I'm gonna make you a moderator. I appreciate it. I've learned so much from you guys. It's awesome. But I forget what I was saying. I'm just losing my train of thought. I think we do need to get back to the to using things holistically, because God will not give us anything that is not good for us. As long as we use it for its purpose. That's why I need to get back on my medical marijuana. It does help. And I really do need to because of the headaches. Um, it's really weird. The headaches, if they thought I had migraines for years and years and years, and that's what they were treating me for, only to come and find out I had chronic, what they call chronic ibuprofen-induced meningitis. Anyway, so I didn't have migraines, and I'd been treated for about 15 years. And no wonder that the medication wasn't helping me because I didn't have a migraine. My body, ibuprofen suppresses your immune system. And when it suppresses your immune system, your body kind of goes haywire when certain things kind of are excessive. So yeah, I was told to never put another ibuprofen or a Tylenol in my mouth again, and people just don't understand. But Tylenol is not good for you either. Tylenol can ruin your kidneys. Anyway, but yeah, I've had so much things that I've gone through. So, I've gone through things for a reason, and perhaps I can help somebody else. But yeah, it was not good. But I made it, and God was, faithful. He helped me through it. For me, though, and I'm learning, and I've always said this, like with the vaccinations. I remember as a little girl, I had the mumps. And I remember it because it was horrible. It was so painful. But I also got but they still gave me the mump vaccination. Well, my body already had natural born immunity because I had it. And I honestly believe that those vaccinations that they gave us, I was born in 71. I really believe that it's a lot to do with, and the vaccinations we give all these children, we give children over 75 vaccinations within their childhood. That's a lot. So basically, they've hijacked our immune system. It's not supposed to work like that. When you get something, your body can fight it necessary. Like if I'm septic, and got my bloodstream. But yeah, and if you really think about it, though, why would they want your children to take all of these vaccines? Well, we have a rise in autism. We have a rise in childhood cancer. We have all these issues that's going on. ADD, ADHD, all these issues that they didn't exist. Well, for one, they're getting all these vaccinations, but two, children are inside most of the time and they do not get enough sunlight, and they need sunlight. So we've got to get back to a simpler way of life in which we can treat ourselves at home with a lot of things. So I'm learning. You didn't put that in your body. That's good. And yeah, you're right. Tylenol isn't good for you. No, I didn't take the viral shot either. Their vaccine. I didn't take it either. And I had COVID twice. It kicked my butt. I'll tell you that. But I recovered, and I'm glad I'm glad because it helped boost my immune system. But when you're going through, they put you through all these tests and got you on all these medicines. I honestly feel like my immune system went haywire. But yeah, it took me like 2 years to figure out what was going on with my thyroid. And yeah, that's a whole nother story. Had 3 surgeries on my neck. But anyway, if you guys have any question, or Slim Twiggy, or let's see, my family didn't take that. My son is autistic, and he didn't take it either. No, I was saying like the childhood, the prevalence of autism and stuff. I truly believe it's linked to the vaccines that they get as a child. And science is beginning to look back. Because if you think about it, if back in the 70s and 80s, we didn't have all these hospitals for just cancer hospitals, children's hospitals. We didn't have that. We just had one hospital, one little local hospital. You go in there and you get treated. But since the prevalence of vaccinations, and you can understand why they want to push that many on children, we've had a skyrocket in chronic medical conditions. And my son had his shots as a child. Okay, where are you at, Slim Twiggy? Because most places you can get a what they call a religious exemption. You just got to do it though. Yeah. See, they can't, and I understand. I gave my kids the vaccines too. I didn't know any different. Oh, you're in Canada. Okay, well you may not. It's bad. It's really bad. Government should not be able to tell us what we should do or not do with our children. You know, that is just really frustrating. That's right. I remember you my memory's not so good, so I apologize, but I remember you telling me you were in Canada. Beautiful country up there, but I wouldn't take Trudeau for nothing. I mean, bumbling Biden, he's not much better, but Trudeau, I mean, he's an arrogant little thing. Anyway, I digress. Yes, in the United States, though, if you don't want to give your kids the vaccination, you can apply for a religious exemption. But you know, here's the thing: the Amish, they don't do vaccinations. They don't go to the doctor, but yet, they're healthy. They're healthy people. But you know, also this is. You know, they get out, they work. You know, they get out in their yards. They just don't sit by passively. And I have myself to blame for my weight gain and stuff. I can't always blame it all on cigarettes, but I'll be honest with you. You know, we have to get out, and it's good for the body to work. It's good for the body to move. And I know people are sick and they don't feel. After my car accident, let me tell y'all what happened to me after my car accident. I'm gonna quit talking y'all's ear off. After my car accident, I gained up to 190 something pounds. I've well exceeded that now, but I gained up to 190 something pounds, and I was like 115 pounds. The most I weighed at term pregnancy, and I've got 3 kids, was 150 something pounds. So I started out, you know, I had to drop my daughter off at kindergarten. I just started walking. Yeah, that's right. Amish don't go to public schools either. It's crazy. Yeah, we are all suffering. I do believe, though, you know, there are going to be brighter days ahead. I choose to believe that way. But I think we're going through what we're going through right now because the corruption is so widespread. It's all over the world. We got leaders in all countries who are corrupt and have only nothing but money and power in their mind. They don't care about the citizens. And, you know, but we have to go through, I think we have to go through this, though, because we can't fix what we don't know is broken if we don't know it, right? So, you know, it took something like this to kind of wake people up, because I was the exact same way. I was just like, well, it's just, you know, it is what it is. There ain't nothing I can do. Nobody's going to listen to me. But my awakening started after my car accident. Like I said, I had to apply for food stamps, and let's just put long story short, I got thrown out of the food stamp office, and I got thrown out of the Social Security office. So, yeah, I had a guard try to, he came to me, and when I was at the window, I was in a wheelchair at the time, he came to me, and he goes, they said they're done. And so I said, don't put your hand on my wheelchair. Anyway, and so I was like, well, what was her name? He goes, I don't know. I said, okay, I'll just get back in line. I'll get another number and get back in line. and until I figure out what her name was. He gave me the name. I was like, thank you. And then I left, but yeah, I just, yeah, it's ridiculous. But you guys, if you're not probably privy to how the Social Security system works here, but it's ridiculous. We have been taxed to death, and it's just, yeah. I do, like I said, I do believe, and I have faith. Better things are coming. We just gotta have faith. Guys, look, I've been on here 70 minutes. I have enjoyed so much talking to y'all. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I may do a live stream sometime this afternoon when I'm out and about door dashing. I may just take you guys along, let y'all see the scenery around here in Pensacola. But thank y'all so much for watching and being supportive. I love y'all, and I hope everybody has a blessed Saturday afternoon. All right, guys, bye-bye. I'll schedule it, Slim Twiggy, I'll try. But you gotta understand, I will schedule the ones, though, that I'm gonna do the live stream, just reading my Bible, my chapter a day. But my little pop-up ones, sometimes it's just the spur of the moment, but I will do my best. Love y'all, have a blessed afternoon. Bye-bye.